Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends and let us have a good time together. You know, one of the important things about Islam that it is the most entertaining, stupid book ever you can imagine. And it doesn't matter what book we are talking about, because both of them, they are the books of Muhammad. Quran is made by Muhammad, Hadith is made by Muhammad, and what they wrote about him. A Muslim, he sent a question to a sheikh, and those sheikh, they are the one who can answer your questions, as long it is silly. Like as an example, ask the sheikh, can I shave underarm? The sheikh, he is going to be so happy and excited to give you all the answers you need. You can ask the sheikh, hey, is it halal to eat ice cream with my fiancée? Because I'm afraid if we drink from the same milk or we eat the same milk, she became forbidden for me. What a stupid religion. But if you ask a serious question, the sheikh will rip you off to pieces and he will claim that you have a problem. Here a Muslim, he asks question, asking the sheikh, how Allah he descend every day in the third part of the night? And why? And there's different time zone in the earth. So Allah keep coming up and down? And the Muslim sheikh is going to answer this poor Muslim who decide to think and use his brain. Listen to the question and listen to the answer and die laughing. And by the way, we have a link to give a credit to the sheikh, the shaky sheikh, and the info in case you want to see it. For sure, we will not play the whole video, just a short part of it, but you can watch the whole thing and die laughing, where he gave no answer.
Mu'izz says regarding a hadith in which is said of Allah descending to the lowest heaven when 1/3 of the night remains. I'm a little confused about it. The time when 1/3 of the night remains varies from one place to the other. Does Allah descend to the lowest heaven multiple times?
So notice what is the question. The question, Allah he descend every night in the third part of the night. But this is vary from different place to other. This is the question. Now listen to the answer and die laughing.
Because time varies in different parts of the world. Mu'izz, your question is quite disturbing.
Your question is disturbing, brother. How dare you to question the stupidity of Muhammad? Because obviously Muhammad, he think all the earth have one time zone. How dare you? Your question is, Mu'izz, how you do that? How you do that? Your question is disturbing, man.
Your question is quite disturbing. The reason is that you are comparing Allah Azza wa Jal to us humans. The hadith is authentic without any doubt. Allah Azza wa Jal descends to the lower heaven when the last third of the night is due. And Allah says, is there anyone seeking forgiveness so I would forgive him? Is there anyone asking me so that I would give him? Is there anyone supplicating to me so that I would answer him? This is authentic. There's no doubt in that. But the problem is that you're comparing Allah's descent to ours.
Hold on, you know, if Allah he sent, he descend. I mean, descent, he descend, you idiot. Who is comparing to who? It's Allah who's comparing his descent. He is the one who say he descend. As long he descend, it means he go down. This is the language. It's a clear Arabic language. You descend. So the problem is you are comparing, but this is not the question, even you idiot. The question is how he descend in the third part of the night. He is not asking you about how he descend. And here you see how they try to avoid the question, which is very embarrassing. And he says clearly it's quite disturbing, for this is exposing the fiction stories of Muhammad. who he and his God is one, trying to convince us that the earth is a flat and we have one time everywhere. The guy is asking you how Allah he come down in the third part of the night, but there is many third part of the night. Does that mean Allah he will keep going up and down? This is the question. And now, instead of answering the poor Muslim, he is making fun of him, humiliating him, and giving him no answer. And what the answer? Are you comparing Allah to us?
And this is unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Because Allah says, لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٍ. There is nothing like him.
What does have to do with this? Ain't nothing like me too. According to science, there is nothing like, even every drop of a floor of snow is different from the other one. Does that mean the snow is God? But what does have to do with this? They copy from the Old Testament. Old Testament says nothing like God. They copy it from there. And now any question you ask them about their stupid religion, what the answer? You cannot compare it with that. Nothing like Allah. What does have to do with this? Nothing like Allah or nothing is Allah. Who care? Where is the answer? So now he will speak for the coming 10 minutes, humiliating the guy, calling him all kind of stupid names, disturbing, doesn't make sense, you are not, you should not compare, we cannot compare, this is attribute of Allah, it's not like our attribute. But what do you mean not like our? You just said Allah, he come down every third of the night, and then he will say to us, Allah is all hearing. If Allah is all hearing, why then he need to go down so he can get close and hear us?
And he is the most hearing and seeing.
He is the most hearing and seeing, but yet he cannot see me unless he go down. Get it closer, closer, closer. Do you see me now? No. Get it closer, closer, closer. Do you see me now? Still no. Okay, get it closer, close. Allah is all hearing, all seeing, but yet he need to descend every third part of the night. And what the purpose of this journey? Who is praying to me? How he is all hearing, but he cannot hear you unless he go down to the first heaven, which means he have to pass 7 heavens going down to the earth, all the way to the lowest heaven, which according to Islam, where the star is. How he is all hearing, but he cannot hear you. How he is all seeing, but he cannot see you unless he go down. Otherwise, you tell me what the purpose of this story. And then you can watch the video. The rest of the video is the same. Allah is all hearing, brother. But do you think Allah hearing is like us? Like this guy remind me when I was debating a sheikh. His name is Dr. Nabil Baikli. I don't know if you heard of him. He is the head of the Islamic Center of Tennessee. And he have with him Imam of a mosque, his name Malik Sar. So both of them, they are supposedly going to answer a Christian prince. So when I asked him about Allah, he have a shin. You can go watch it, the debate. I mean, it's there. You can search it on YouTube. He said to me, Christian prince, yes, Allah, he have a shin, but do you think the shin of Allah is like yours? The shin of Allah is not like yours, Christian prince. Let me close the blind, otherwise my neighbors, they might think I'm crazy, laughing like crazy. What is this, man? What is this? How Allah, he go down in the third part of the night? When there is many third part of the night, this is the question. The answer, your question is disturbing. This remind me of Umar al-Khattab. When a Muslim, he asked him a question about Islam. Do you know what Umar he did? He did beat the hell of him. He brought a piece of wood, have nails on it, and he started beating him, until the guy, he cannot stand and can't move. Because he's asking questions about Islam. And then after that, everybody learned that should not dare to ask questions. This guy now is speaking to somebody over the internet, he cannot beat him up. How this can be a religion? And how Allah is all hearing, but yet he need to take a flying carpet like the carpet of Solomon, which is mentioned in the Quran. If we go in the Quran, all of this is from the fiction stories of Muhammad the idiot. Allah, he gave the command of the wind to Sulaiman, and this command, go under his flying carpet and carry him for a distance of 1 month journey. If we ask now the Muslim Muhammadan, the shaky sheikh, Allah, he gave Sulaiman a flying carpet, can carry 600,000 chairs, all his kingdom, all his army. It can carry all the way from the sides, from the borders of Jerusalem, all the way to the Babylon. This is how small the flying carpet is. Which nation they witnessed that flying carpet in the sky in the history? Which nation they mention that? Which book? Did Sulaiman himself describe to us his flying carpet? I mean, imagine you have a flying carpet in such a way, even if it's 1 meter size, and you don't write about it. So here we go, we have the writing of Sulaiman. But we don't see anywhere there Sulaiman, he said, I used to have a flying carpet. If we go and read the interpretation for this funny verse, chapter 21, verse number 81. I mean, we downloaded the browser supposedly because it doesn't, it protects us from advertising. And look, they keep sending me those advertising, eBay and this garbage. We take them off, they put it back. All right. So if we go now to the Quran interpretation and see what happened exactly in this story. Sulaiman, he have what exactly? Is it really a flying carpet, brother? We will see. Look like it. And maybe Christian Prince is lying. Maybe it's not a flying carpet. Maybe it's at a Boeing 7777. It's a huge one. Here we go. Let us see where the flying carpet. Let us start from here. We subjugated the mountains and the bird to glorify our praises along with Dawood. Okay. Dawood, brother, when he sing, the birds, they start singing too. And they are saying Allahu Akbar. And the mountains too. And then the mountains respond with echo. Like David, he says, Allahu Akbar, 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 Akbar. David, he says, Takbir, beer, 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 beer. That's so beautiful. And then look at this one. The Muslim understand the songs of David as they are a musical instrument. David, he used to be. So, and this man has been one of the wind instrument. Between two bracket, nice voices, but doesn't say that in the Quran. It says wind instrument. But isn't it the one who says that the one who play music, Allah will punish him, send him to hell in the hadith? So how come Sulaiman, oh sorry, David, he have... But anyway, let us go here. He jumped from David and now he jumped to Sulaiman. وَلِسُلَيْمَانَ الرِّيحِ. Even the Sulaiman here written, by the way, wrong. You don't write Sulaiman in such a way. This is stupid Arabic. But here we go. And they will say to you, do you speak good Arabic, Christian Prince? You don't speak good Arabic. Sulaiman? This is how you write Sulaiman? This is how you write Sulaiman? Okay. And Sulaiman, we subjugated the wind strongly ragging, means we subjugated strong wind to Sulaiman. What does that mean? Running by his command toward the land which we pleased, meaning land of Asham. But the guy, he lived there. What do you mean running? The guys, Allah, he gave me a flying carpet, can fly me and take me to where I live. I live there. Anyway, and then he says, its meaning, it was a month journey, and its afternoon a month. So when Sulaiman, he fly in the top of a flying carpet, by noontime or afternoon, it's a journey of a month, a distance of a month of this distance of the camel. But think about it. So how slow this flying carpet? I mean, come on, this is so slow. A distance of 1 month journey. I mean, a Boeing 777 can do way better. And then, but here, by the way, I don't know. They took the interpretation. What is the interpretation? They took it off. You see, in Arabic, it should say he used to have a mate, and it goes. Ah, here we go. Hold on. Ah, here we go. He had a mate made of wood, in which he would place all the equipment of his kingship. The tanks, the missiles, the marines. I mean, everyone on the flying carpet, we are going to do invasion. And then everything jumped in the top of a piece of wood, which is so huge, can carry 600,000 chairs, all his ministers and his army, his horses, his kingship, his servants, his camels, his tents, his troops, all in the top of flying carpet. And then he commanded the wind to carry it. And then the wind comes from under the flying carpet, and he fly. So the wind, to carry it, it would go underneath of it and would carry him aloft. And by the way, Muhammad, he mentioned that Sulaiman, he used to have a horse. Okay, why he have a horse? And this horse, he fly. Anyone knows why he used to have a horse who fly? I mean, look like Solomon, he was, his specialty was a spaceship. Flying horse, flying carpet. Sulaiman, one day, he got upset, so he slaughtered his horse. I mean, this guy, he have a flying horse and he slaughtered it. And by the way, this is a true story. My grandfather, he used to have a donkey who used to fly too, and he slaughtered it too. Any Muslim is listening? This is your Quran. You know, the funny, the Muslim, they say to us, Quran is full of science. And this is the science of the Quran. Do you see it? Who is a Muslim who is a Muslim when I say to Allah that doesn't say that, CP? Oh, who is a Muslim when I do video editing, CP? Are we lying? Or this is your books? How a human being in the 21st century believe in such a garbage? And not only that, you see, Sulaiman, not only he go to the space by a flying carpet, but he have a special division. They do diving. Anyone who knows who dive for Sulaiman? Who is the divers? Who knows? Anyone knows? Who dive for Sulaiman to get him jewelries? Who dive for him? Anyone remember? I mean, all those stories are true stories. So now Sulaiman, he have divers. Additional, yeah, divers. They dive in the ocean. Who are they? Anyone remember? Satan's brother. Satan's, they work for Sulaiman, brother. Come on. وَمِنَ الشَّيَاطِينَ. Even shayateen, look how it's written. مَنْ يَغُوصُونَ لَهُ. They died for him. And shaitan, there were some who died for him. Means they died into the water to retrieve pearls and jewels, etc., brother. For him, brother. I mean, this is true. It's obvious. I mean, how Sulaiman he got so rich? Hello. Where he got all those jewelries? Hello. Isn't it obvious? Satan, brother. Shaitan. Hey, Mr. Satan. Do you work? Shaitan, can you give me your resume? Shaitan, what is that, Shaitan? It says you were employee of Solomon? Yes, I was. Really? What do you do for him? I used to die for him. Oh, you die for Sulaiman? Yes, I do. And what do you do there? I used to take pictures of women with the bikini. Are you serious? I was joking. I used to dive for him in the water. Additional to looking at the women with the bikini, I used to dive for jewelries. Shaitan? And do you get him a lot of jewelries? A lot of jewelries. And what Sulaiman he do with it? He sell it at eBay. At that time there was eBay? Yes, different eBay. It's called SatanEBay.com. I mean, it's true story. So Sulaiman, he have millions of shaitan. And what they do every morning? They dive in the ocean. They will not be allowed to come back unless their pocket is full of jewelries. True story. And not only that, وَيَعْمَلُونَ عَمَلًا دُونَ ذَلِكَ. Additional to that, they do other work beside shaitan. I see in your resume, it says you do other work beside diving for Sulaiman. What is that? Sometime I clean his toilet seat. Okay. Sometime I clean his boogers. Do you clean what? His boogers in his nose. Okay. Sometime I beat up his mother-in-law. Okay. That makes sense, actually. That's actually, it's like a good job. It sounds like a very useful shaitan you are. Yes, I was very useful for him. So, can you count for us things you used to do in the side of diving? Like what exactly you used to do? Can you give us some examples? You know, what? I wash dishes. Oh, really? You don't have servants? Oh, no, this is different kind of dishes. Like what? Satellite dishes. What? Satellite dishes. Sulaiman, he used to have satellite dishes. Yes, he used to have. Oh, why he have it? So he can receive signal from Allah. Okay. That makes sense. And what happened additional to diving? I heard that Sulaiman, he used to use you for building too. Exactly. I have actually my cousin who used to build for Sulaiman mansions. Oh, your cousins? Really? Are you sure from that? Yes, it says that in the Quran. And also shaitan, every kind of builder. If. Not only they are builders from every kind of builders. Chimney builder. Wall builder. Cooking top builder. Oven builder. I mean, you name it. True story. So, they are builders, they are divers, and guess what? Others are bound in fetters. What does that mean? And other shaitan, they are chained. He put a chain around their hands. He put them in jail. Shaitan. Why Sulaiman he put them in jail? Sulaiman, he was very aggressive with us. So when we are lazy or not doing our job or we have no job, he put us in chains in the basement. Oh, okay. And do he do that every day? Yes, he do it every day. I can show you. What do you want to show me? He put a chain around my neck and around my arms, and even he put a chain around my tail. How he can put it around your tail? Well, he is very smart. He tied it up with it. This is Islam? This is the religion you want us to believe that this is from God. And then he continued. And it was we who guarded them. Sulaiman, he put them in the chain, but Allah, he guarded them. Because they will not run. Shaitan, they are shaitan. Hello. Very evil. They can run, brother. So Allah guard them. And Al-Min, Allah protect him lest any of those shaitan did any harm to him. Makes sense? Come on. All of them were subjugated to his control and domination, and none of them would have dared to approach him. Mean shaitan, have you ever tried to dare to approach Sulaiman? I will never do that. He is scary. I saw him once. He punished us. What he did? He ate our ice cream. Really? This is how he punished you? And even more. So once, you know, he ate my baklava because I dared to approach him. And since then, I don't do it anymore. That's true story. I mean, Sulaiman was Ali Baba and the 40 thieves, baby. He go in the cave and they say, open ya sum, you know, the password. And then the cave open. And there they have shaitan. And then, brother, he could not set free or detain whoever among them he wished. That's it. He was in charge of them. And if he want, he could set free anyone. So Sulaiman is in charge. If you like to set you free and you are a shaitan, Sulaiman, he will set you free. Hey, shaitan, you go free. You go vacation, you die. Oh boy. I'm not going to keep you for long. Just I wanted to share some comedy with you. You know, in China they say he left as a donkey. He never came back as a horse. And that is Muhammad. Muhammad the donkey. He did live between the Jews. He heard the stories they tell it to their own children, fiction stories. Muhammad the fool, he took it, he put it in the Quran. He believed in it to be true. Why? Because he's a fraud. He thought to himself, well, those are Jews. They will not tell me something that is true. It must be true. Otherwise, why they treat their children? Hello? He took it as it is. He put it in the Quran. And now we have God. His name is Allah. Telling us those stories. Now, next episode, we will tell you about how Sulaiman, who is protected by Allah. I want you to take a note. Does it say here, Allah protect him, lest any of shaitan do any harm to him? Does it say that? Guys, does it say that? In the coming episode, we want to show you how Mr. Shaitan, he steal the ring of Solomon, and then he do boom boom to all the wives of Sulaiman. I mean, look how stupid this book. How the Quran says, وَكُنَّا لَهُمْ حَافِظِينَ, which is written wrongly in the Quran. This is how not you write حافظين. But they will say to you, as long as Allah he write it this way, it's correct. That's it. Allah, he protect Sulaiman that shaitan would do any harm. And then later we see that shaitan, look, this is what happened. I will give you a summary of the story. Sulaiman, he made a mistake. When he go to the bathroom, it's not allowed, brother, to take the ring with him. The ring. You know the ring? How many of you watch Harry Potter? Peace upon him. How many of you watch it? Harry Potter or The Lord of the Ring? Did you watch it? Guess what? The Lord of the Ring exists in the Quran, in the book of Muhammad. Brothers and sisters, how Allah He knew about it. That's amazing. Brother, Sulaiman, he go to the bathroom, brother. He give his wife her name Jarada, which means lotus, the insect. He gave her the ring. Shaitan, brother, he come to his wife in the shape of Solomon. And he tell her, give me the ring. I am Solomon. He look like him. Look like in Islam, it's a normal story. Everybody taking the shape of somebody else, like what happened to Jesus. So the wife, she gave the ring to the fake Solomon, which is Shaitan, brother. And then, brother, Shaitan, he put the ring in his hand. And the second he put the ring in his hand, he controlled the kingdom of Sulaiman. And then right away, Shaitan, he go to the bedroom of Sulaiman. And he order all the wives of Sulaiman to take off their panties. And he start doing that again, that again, that again, that again. Non-stop. That again, 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 that again. And then, how the wives of Sulaiman, they discover this is cannot be Sulaiman. Like, hello, it's obvious. The wives, they notice that Sulaiman's sexual activities is so strong. This guy never have enough, brother, of boom boom. So they said to themselves, this is cannot be our husband. Our husband, he cannot even do it once. What happened? This guy, he never stop. He don't even go to the bathroom to take a break. One after one, one after one, one after one. And then he go again. True story, brother. True story. Muhammad said, brother. So we will tell you the rest of the story in the coming episode. Don't forget to download this video. We will not keep it for long. We will take them down in a few hours from now. So download it, share it with your friends, and we will continue the story. And by the way, anything we say, we have to show you reference. So this part which we do not show you reference, the end, because we will speak about it in the coming episode. It's like a movie series. Prophet Solomon, how his wife get like what they call it, bang bang by Shaitan. I mean, aren't you disgusted, Muslims? You claim that Sulaiman is a prophet of Allah, and you claim that Allah protected Sulaiman from Shaitan. Even it says that here. It says here in front of you, وَكُنَّا لَهُمْ حَافِظِينَ. So how Allah, he says, and we are protecting Sulaiman from Shaitan, and then we find in the story that Shaitan did boom boom to his wives. And not only that, he throws Sulaiman, the true Sulaiman, from the palace. And not only that, Sulaiman became a porter. He carried garbage and stuff for people in the street. I mean, imagine Allah, he protect his prophet to the point Shaitan was doing boom boom to his wives. I mean, if this is the protection of Allah, thank God I don't have protection of Allah. Who of you want to have protection of Allah, Muslims? Because obviously the one who has protection of Allah, his wife, will be having a lot of boom boom with Shaitan. Download the video, share it with your friends, and we just shared with you some of a few of many of millions of stupid stories of the stupid Muhammad. I challenge you, Muslims, to find me more stupid than your prophet, and then I will take the certification of his stupidity from in front of his name, because I cannot find someone more stupid than your prophet. And I'm not going to say more stupid than Allah, because Allah doesn't exist. It's not even fair to say Allah is stupid. Muhammad the donkey, he used Allah as a name to fool the donkeys. And who is the donkey who want to believe in this garbage? Actually, donkeys, they will not believe. You don't have to be genius. Flying carpet. Shaitan died for him. Shaitan sleep with his wives. Suleiman have a ring, control the world with it. Suleiman lose the ring. And guess how Suleiman, he got the ring again. Oh, I cannot burn the movie and tell you the story from now. We have to leave it for the coming episode. So maybe tomorrow, I hope, we can go live on air and we continue telling you about how Suleiman, he got back the ring after he lost it and he lost his kingdom. If you have a ring, brother, controlling the earth, like the ring of the Lord of the Ring, never give it to your wife when you go to the bathroom. It's a very bad mistake. Don't do the same mistake of Solomon. He did a mistake he should not do again. By the way, which one of them is Solomon? I'm not sure. And that Allah or something there? I mean, the ring, I see the ring, and then I see, I don't know. I mean, it's very, I know actually the Muhammadan, they should sue the one who made this movie, because it looked like he took the story from Muhammad. There's a lot of similarity here. Ring, wing, sting. And by the way, this guy, he was, I mean, if you look at his face, I think this has happened to him after he heard the story, one of the stories of Muhammad. He lost his hair, his teeth, they start dropping, his ears getting bigger. I mean, this is what happened to you. Actually, when I was telling him the story about Muhammad, he was looking at me like, what? Like, are you serious? You know? Like, hello? That cannot be true. So, like, what? Like, take a close shot. When I told him about the version in the beginning, he don't want to listen to me. He don't want to convert to Islam. But I told him you will get versions. He looked like, what? I will get versions? And then he like like he's all over with the attention. He's listening now. And then I told him that the Prophet of Allah will make your penis endless. So he like what? Me? I'm so small. Yeah. What? And then when I told him that your wife, her ass will be 1 mile, he was like, huh? Who? And then I told him, don't worry, Allah will not allow her to sit in the top of you and smash you. He was, okay, I'm relieved now. I feel better. Yeah. And then when I told him that you will have sex non-stop, he said, this is too much. I cannot do that. And then I told him, don't worry, Allah will give you all the energy you need. So he said, ooh, that's what I am looking for. So I can do it non-stop, huh? And then when I told him that those women, each time you do boom boom to them, they will become virgins, he said, you think I'm a fool? I just slept with her. So how she is virgin again? Oh boy. But we have to admit, Allah must be a true God, and it doesn't matter you believe it or not. Even if the stories of Allah make your eyes go red, still Allah is God, brother. I mean, who care? It's obvious He is God, isn't it? I challenge you to prove that the story of Muhammad is fictions. It's true stories. All those are proven scientifically. Einstein, he can prove it. George Bernard Shaw can prove it. Actually, George Bernard Shaw, he says if the Prophet was exist today, he can solve all the problems of the world in the morning while driving, drinking his coffee. And where we cannot find the statement of George Bernard Shaw saying such a thing in any of his books. As usual, fabrication of the Muslims. After Christian Prince, he died. The Muslim, they will say, Christian Prince, he converted to Islam in the last day of his life and he gave Allah a finger. One of the funny things the Muslim they do when they say Shahada, they give Allah a finger. I will be happy to do so, but without saying Shahada, my friend. I give it to him every day. And as you see, this is the most stupid cult ever you can imagine. You have to be certified idiot to believe in such a garbage. Don't forget to download the video, translate it, add subtitle, do as you wish. And with this, I say to you, may the Lord bless us, protect us from all the evil and the fictions and the lies of people who try to deceive the naive one. You see, maybe you, me, we are educated. Those stories don't affect us. But the world is full of naive, poor people who believe in things. Those are the victims. So help us translate those videos. Share what you learned with those who need it, so nobody can fool them. We are not making fun of Muslims. We are making fun of the devil Muhammad, who tried to fool us, not only the Muslims. We are not a bunch of fools. God, he gave us a gift, and that gift is called the brain. So use it, or you lose it. Thank you. May the Lord bless you. And this is a Christian Prince was with you, sharing some of the garbage of Muhammad. Don't forget to wash your hands and wash your ears after you heard the Quran saying the stupidity. You don't want stupidity to be stuck in your ears. Genie, he sleep in your nose, piss in your ears, and jump in your mouth. Muhammad's statement, end of quotation, must be true. Thank you. Christ is Lord, and Muhammad is nothing but a fraud. See ya.